because all humans want to aspire, man. You know.
Yeah.
When you inspire people to aspire, it's like Elvin Jones inspired me and Coltrane to aspire. Well, what does that mean? It means that when I was a kid, everything that I said I was going to do and be, it became really fast after Abraxas. You know, I said to my mom, I was living in Tijuana, I said to my mom, Mom, I'm going to get you a house someday and a dishwasher and refrigerator. That's nice, mijo. Like, hey, like, hey, don't put a damper on my thing. You know, I'm like, I'm going to get this you thing. So when I got these things, I pretty much got my desires really, really quick, you know? But then something was missing. And to me, George Harrison and Ravi Shankar and Coltrane and Mahalia Jackson and Martin Luther King, and of course Coltrane, they told me there's another thing happening that is infinitely more fulfilling than how many houses or how many cars or how many platinum records, you know. And that is, in order to do that, you have to commit career suicide a couple of times. You have to do what people don't want you to do. They say, there's not a single within 1,000 miles of that record, you know? And you go, right.
Yeah, it's what I want to do. I think, Carlos, I think when people that have longevity in their career, all those things you said is so great because it's so true. So many people aspire to, especially in our culture now with hip hop and like, I want the car and the jewelry and the this and the that and whatever, that those things really, they don't fulfill anything. And you aspire to, if you're really, as a musician, to make your art and your music. And oftentimes, if you have a hit earlier on in your career, people want you to do that again.
Yeah.
And do it, that's your thing. You're good at that. Do that again. And they don't understand, and I agree with your career suicide thing, that to me, like with our group, we've made 11 records or something like that, been together for 30 years, but like, we're not gonna make the same record again. We did it, that one, that's great, and we were talking earlier about like, there's elements of that that are really cool and they're really good that is still gonna be part of what you do. But to me, like records, and we write them all in a 6-month or 9-month period, and that's who we are at that point, our group, and it's a real honest statement of what we do. It's a chapter in like a book. Like if you say there's a book of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, well, record one's da-da-da-da-da, and but all the chapters you can't read, they're not supposed to be the same. It's a story. Yeah. And it's a story of us and our career and the music that we make, and some people don't like this one. Why don't you play, I'm sure you remember, why don't you do da-da-da? Well, you can go listen to that. I love that too, but that's not who I am anymore, and I'm not 25 and blah, 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 whatever. And I think it's important that as an artist, that you need to change and grow, of course, but to look at it as it's like chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of the chapters are out and weird, and others are more focused and whatever. It's just different. It needs to change and be different as life does.
And it will be, the more you are honest.
And you have to be honest.
Genuine, honest, sincere, true, for real, and authentic. That to me is like the fuel.
That's it.
And then everything else that you do is going to be very natural, normal to you at that time, It's not really complicated. People need transcendence with the dance thing. Because people, women need to dance. If they don't, they're not nice people to live with, okay? That's just it, And so women need to dance, and men need to go inside and work it out. That's what, women have physically what they need to do every month and all that kind of stuff. Men need to psychologically, like a bear, go and reinvent yourself like Picasso and Miles, And it's a natural growth for us musicians because Miles said it's either a blessing or a curse that you have to change. You have to change. This record or that CD or whatever it is nowadays. But all it means is that like what Charlie Parker said, and he said it so clearly. If you don't live it, it's not going to come out. So put your drums on the closet for a minute or the guitar and go out in the park, man, take your shoes off and actually feel the grass, feel life, you know?
Yeah.
And then you come back and when you play about it, people say, you know, even though you're playing drums, I heard your story. Here comes the best part. Because it's my story as well. Your story is, it's the same story. I heard Wayne said something like, it's the same song. All of the songs that he wrote, it's the same song. I was like, what? But he said it's the same song. Just, you know, all of them that we know. Well, in a way it's true because it's all tied in together like beads on a string, you know, and he is that string. I love life right now because I don't think I've ever been so clear and so at ease. This last tour, I learned how powerful it is to be at ease. So you can really create stuff that even your brain goes, dang. Because see, the brain likes to measure.
You gotta get the brain out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. And so this tour, I read a lot, I played, you know, but I read a lot. And all the books that I read, they all point at the same direction. Affirm grace. Because there's no luck, chance, fortune, and there's no, you know, get beyond the mechanics and feel, Paul Simon had it right. It's the rhythm of grace, man, the flow of grace, you know, where real genius creativity abounds. And that's the other thing. If you want abundance in your life, appreciate what you have already.
Yeah, gratitude, very important.
Gratitude is really important.
Really important. I think people lots of times they get caught up with their busy day-to-day life stuff and aren't grateful for what just what you have or what it is, what you're being, what you're doing. You're breathing. You got. Hopefully, you're doing positive things and you're enjoying yourself.
I'm grateful and thankful for your band, man, because when your band plays, you captivate people, and you take people into a place where they're able to, and you know, I can just close this thing by saying, I love to do a video of a dog with a lot of hair, and the sun behind him, and he's shaking water in slow motion, and you see this rainbow behind him, and then it says, you too, like this dog, can shake off all your illusions, your so-called lack of self-worth or wretched sin, all that other bullshit. You can just shake it all off, and look at his face, man. I don't know any animals that are more happy than dogs when they see you.
It's funny, man. It's you say that because I just came from Alaska and we went on up on a glacier and went on a dog sledding trip, and these dogs, and these 40 dogs, and they're up, and it's cold up there, obviously. They're totally happy there. That's where they love to be, and they're not cold, and I'm, you know, but as soon as they were getting ready to get hooked up to pull us, never saw more happy. They just couldn't wait to like get hooked up and run. It's what they love to do. And it was so beautiful. And you know, I'm thinking, God, it must be really hard and it's cold and all this kind of stuff. They love it. That's what they live for.
Yeah.
They were so friendly and petting them, and they were just like, I totally agree. I saw some really happy dogs, man. It's beautiful to see that. Very simple.
Yeah.
Very simple. Their existence, very simple, and happy as can be.
Yeah, I think that's the message, without telling people who to be, what to do, or how to do it. You know, there's an invitation and inspiration, and then there's imposition or anything like that. You know, but I never seen your band not bring it, man. Every time I seen your band in any configuration, I always see the audience bombarded with, you know, your heart, everybody's heart in the band. And then I see their eyes and I go, well, there it is. You know, they're not worshiping a plastic Jesus.
No.
This is the street, man. This is for real.
They're connecting.
You know, they're connecting.
And you know, thank you for saying that. That's very kind. We put out a lot of positive energy.
Yes, you do.
And sometimes, if you're in a big place, it can be maybe more difficult to get that. But sometimes it's easier because you can get. I mean, you played big places before where it can really turn into a really big ball of energy. Clubs, people are right there, right in your face. They see you. There's that immediate reaction. That's fantastic too. I love that. And there's something special about both type of situations. But I love to play anywhere, anytime, with whether it's 10 people or 10,000, doesn't matter. It's when they feel the joy of your loving what you're doing. And then you can get, everybody else is connected on stage too. And so I was talking about having that conversation. Everyone's connected. We make sure we're connected. We're not like out on the ramps, and, you know. We kind of play kind of like Neil Young, where everyone's kind of close and a lot of eye contact. And I think they pick up on that, and I know they do. And you know, can make people happy through music.
Yeah.
It's a gift, man.
It's you know, I want to conclude this one, and thank you for inviting me to
thank you.
to share, you know, light conversation, and I mean light conversation. One of the last things that the main things that I learned this year was from this lady named Thelma in St. Louis. She said, "For your band and my band, it's a blessing to be a blessing."
Well put. That's it, right? All right, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
Carlos Santana, ladies and gentlemen.